Good morning, students. Today is 13th of July 2020 and it's Monday. And we have the topic for you, reported speech. Reported speech contains two parts, direct speech and indirect speech. And both of them have two parts. And that is, if I talk about direct speech, the direct speech it has two parts. First one is reporting verb. Second one is reported speech. Reporting verb sometimes it is used, sometimes written after the reported speech. It doesn't have any rule particularly that reported speech always comes in the beginning of reported speech. Reporting verb can also be written after the reported speech, indirect speech. And the direct speech is that sentence which is spoken by the speaker directly. Reporting verb contains a main verb where the subject, sayer or the doer of the action speaks something. Sometimes it speaks directly and it speaks sometimes we mention that the person is speaking to somebody. Example is, I said, I wake up in the morning, early in the morning. I said to whom? It's not mentioned. So it is subject, I. If I say I speak to you or I said to you, then I is subject, you is the object. This way we have subject and object in reporting verb. And reporting verb contains the main verb said. This is called direct speech. Just after the reporting verb, we have comma. After comma, inverted commas begin. In that, some words start. These words are called reported speech, which end up in close of inverted commas and full stop. So it has two main parts. Direct speech has two main parts, reporting verb and reported speech. This is called direct speech. Now I come to indirect speech. When this direct speech is spoken in another way, spoken by somebody else, then it becomes indirect speech. It contains two main parts, that is main clause and subordinate clause. Generally, this particular indirect speech is of the type relative clause, where we use that sometimes. Sometimes we use certain connective words like asked, told, tell, replied. These are the words which connect two parts of the indirect speech. So this way we just have to learn. So today we shall learn this direct to indirect conversion. And I just tell you the rules. The first rule is the conversion of the pronouns. What happens, students, when we just convert a direct speech into an indirect speech? We have to convert the pronouns. The pronoun rule is very simple. Where I am going to support you a document with the document where all the rules and regulations, all the examples are also mentioned in it. So first rule is the rule of conversion of the pronouns. So the pronouns are changed according to this rule. In my document it is written 1, 2, 3 SON, where 1, 2, 3 represents the reported speech, the pronouns of the reported speech, and SON is related to the pronouns of the reporting verb. Now see, I tell you how to use this particular formula. When I see inverted commas in direct speech, it contains certain pronouns. If these pronouns in the form of first person, second person and third person, they change in indirect speech. But how do they change? The first person of the reported speech changes with respect to the subject of the reporting verb. When you read my document where it is written 1, 2, 3 and SON, you will come to know easily. I repeat, the first person of the reported speech, indirect speech, when it is converted to indirect, then it changes to according to, with respect to, the subject of the reporting verb. This way, this can be done. I just have certain examples. I will explain that with examples. Second rule is the second person of the reported speech changes with respect to the object of the reporting verb. And when it comes to third person in reported speech, then there will not be any change, no change in its pronoun. Third person remains third person. So this is the rule of 1, 2, 3 and SON. Now I take some examples. I speak out an example of direct speech. It is written, Ram said. Ram said to me, I am going. It has two parts. Ram said to me. It is reporting verb, where the main verb is said. Ram is subject and me is object. This is reporting verb. And then there is a comma. After comma, we have inverted commas, which is main reported speech, that is, I am going, I am going, where I is subject, am is helping verb, and going is main verb, and there is full stop and inverted commas closed. If I change it, if I convert it to indirect speech, then it can be spoken as Ram said to me that he was going. Ram said to me that he was going, that he was going. I just want to mention here that when I see the reported speech, I am going, I is called first person. And according to rule, the first person in the reported speech changes with respect to the subject of the reporting verb, and reporting verb contained subject Ram. So Ram is a name, so I changes to he. I'm going, that changes, he was going. So I is converted to he with respect to the subject of the reporting verb. So Ram can be represented by he. So this way, this conversion can be used, and this is the rule of subject, object and no change with 1, 2, 3 rule. I take another example. You said to Radha, I am studying. You said to Radha, I am studying. We have two main pronouns, you and I, and there is third person Radha also. It's a name. Then how to convert this into indirect speech? It can be spoken as, you said to Radha that you were studying. You said to Radha that you were studying. Now here I just want to mention that first person of the reported speech, I am studying, I am studying. This I changes with respect to the subject. What is the subject here in reporting verb? You. So I becomes you. You said to Radha that you were studying. This is the conversion with respect to this particular rule. So you have to learn this rule, and I expect that after this rule you will be able to change all the pronouns when you speak, when you convert direct to indirect speech. This is how you will use it, and I come to the next example now. Now in second section, dear children, we have the rules of changing the tense. In this case, always remember the tenses are of three types: present, future and past. In this particular direct and indirect speech conversions, you always take care that in present and future tenses, there will not be any change in the tense of reported speech when you convert it from direct to indirect. There will not be any change of the tense when you convert the direct speech into an indirect speech. And if you see a direct speech which contains a reporting verb past, then there will be change in the tense of the reported speech when you convert it from direct to an indirect speech. There is no change in tense of reported speech in present and future tense of the reporting verb. And if there is reporting verb which contains a past tense, then the reported speech tense will be changed to respective past tense. Otherwise, in present and future tense, there will not be any change in the tense. Remember that. Here you do the mistakes most of the times. So this is very important for you to note down that there will not be any change when reporting verb is in present and future tense. And there will be a change when reporting verb is in past. Then the tense of the reported speech will be converted to the respective past tense of the reporting verb of the reported speech. Alright, I'll just make you understand. If I talk about an example, that is first one. He says to me, you are wise. He says to me, you are wise. When you say says, it is present indefinite tense, or as a whole it is a present tense. Then if I see reported speech, you are wise, are is present continuous tense or present tense basically. It is present indefinite tense. Here in this case, it will remain the same tense when we convert from direct to indirect speech. Or change it to indirect speech now. The sentence is, he says to me, you are wise. And if I talk about indirect speech, he says to me that I am wise. He says to me that I am wise. There is change in pronoun as well as in tense. Tense means helping verb. Tense does not change. R and am are of the same tense, present tense. So this is the rule of change of tense. I talk about future tense. If you say, he will say to me, he will say to me, you are wise. Then you are wise is a present tense and there will not be any change in the tense. Then we shall say, he will say me that I am wise. He will say to me that I am wise. R changes to am because the pronoun changes from you to I according to first rule. So remember that. These changes are very important, and this is for your benefit when you attempt these questions in your competitive examinations and other examinations. So I just come to the past tense now. Now according to this past tense, we have to bring some change. The past tense of the reporting verb has respective past tense changes. The past indefinite tense of reported speech changes to past perfect tense. Past continuous tense of the reported speech converted to past perfect continuous tense. Past perfect tense is converted to past perfect tense, it remains same. And if you find in reported speech past perfect continuous tense, again it will remain the same. It will remain past perfect continuous tense. So in the document which I am supporting with this video has all the informations which I am speaking now. So please go through it carefully and learn this all. So I take an example. It's very easy. He said to me, we have played. He said to me, we have played. He said to me is a past tense. We have played. It is past perfect tense. Then it will be changed to respective past perfect tense, where according to table which I have supplied here, past perfect tense is converted to past perfect tense. Have changes to had. Present perfect changes to past perfect tense. I just speak out the sentence. He said to me, we have played. And the conversion to indirect is, he said to me that they had played. So have changes to had. Present perfect tense changes to past perfect tense. This way the changes take place, and the helping verb which change, we have a table, and according to this table I just tell you how to convert these. Will changes to would, shall changes to should, may changes to might, can changes to could, do and does changes to did, is and are changed to was and were, has and have changed to had. This way this conversion will help you a lot. This table is easy for you to learn and you will change according to that. And I have to come to next rule. We have certain more words which change in this particular tense. If we find in reporting verb, if it is past tense, then we have to change these words. Here changes to there, this changes to that, these changes to those, now changes to then, thus changes to so, hence changes to thence, ago changes to before. So take care of these changes, and we have more changes. Today changes to that day, tomorrow changes to the next day, yesterday changes to the previous day or the day before, last night changes to the previous night or the night before, tonight changes to that night, the next day changes to the following day. These are some changes which are brought into your conversion from direct to indirect speeches. We have a last rule for changing historical truths, universal truths and habitual facts. In this rule, generally the tense and the pronouns or the nouns generally do not change. The most of the part of the sentence remain as it is. Like he said to me, Mercury is the nearest planet to the sun, and it remains almost same that he said to me that Mercury is the nearest planet to the sun. Whether it's past, present, future, there will not be any change in the tense, and most of the times the nouns also remain same because it is a fact. So dear children, these rules are very important for you, and are just according to 10th standard syllabus we have to convert the sentences of statements, commands, requests and questions. These are the categories of conversions in direct to indirect speeches. That you have to do it according to that. So I just put it off. Have a nice day. I'll come again for the next session, next topic, and thank you so much, all of you.